Welcome to Cunningham Piano. I'm Hugh Sung. I'm sitting next to one of our very own Cunningham Studio Grand pianos. This is a 5'4" instrument with a very special story. Our story. Irish immigrant Patrick Cunningham came to Philadelphia and started the Cunningham Piano Company in 1891. At that time, there were anywhere between 250 and 300 piano manufacturers in America alone, a tremendous competition, and yet in the midst of that, Mr. Cunningham managed to produce one of the finest American pianos. In fact, George Gershwin composed Porgy and Bess on a Cunningham upright. There's a neat story. Mr. Cunningham issued a challenge. He posted $10,000 to anyone who could beat the quality of his piano. Well, after quite some time, nobody appeared to claim the prize, so his pianos became known as the Matchless Cunningham Piano. Come World War II, and by this time, Patrick Cunningham had died, and his company had transferred ownership to Lou Cohen, one of his head technicians. The company actually had to shut down for a few years because of the war effort. And when the company reopened, they realized that it was just not fiscally feasible to continue building pianos. So Mr. Cohen actually shifted the focus of Cunningham Pianos to rebuilding and restoring older pianos to make them look and sound and play like they're brand new. In fact, the factory where we do our restoration work, and we have been doing that since World War II, is still around. We still use that very same building that we've been doing since World War II for all of our world-famous piano restorations. Fast forward to 2008, and Cunningham Piano was now under the ownership of Richard Galassini and Tim Oliver. These two gentlemen really had a dream to bring the Cunningham Piano back. And with all the decades of experience that we had acquired rebuilding some of the world's greatest pianos and knowing what the parts were that they used to build those pianos, we thought, well, we know what they're using. Why don't we use that knowledge combined with the original scale design of the original Cunningham pianos to bring the Cunningham piano back? The biggest challenge was finding a way to bring the piano back without the premium piano price. We knew all the best components, but we didn't want to make this as expensive as a top-tier piano. There are enough of them in the market. We really wanted to give the premium piano experience at a much lower price point. And so what we did was we basically sourced all the different parts of the piano from all over the world. For example, the strings come from Germany. There's one company in Germany that makes the best piano strings in the world, a German company called Roslau. So we sourced the piano strings for our piano from them. We also sourced the world's best hammers from another German company called Abel and commissioned them to create custom hammers to fit the unique scale design of our Cunningham piano. The keys are Italian keys. The action is a Japanese action that is very similar to a Renner action. The rim is American hardwood maple. The soundboard is white Canadian spruce. And again, all the best components that we know to work with to build and rebuild some of the world's finest pianos. The scale design was commissioned based off of Patrick Cunningham's original scale design. We worked with Frank Emerson. We commissioned him to modify and bring that scale design up to modern standards. And then we were able to find a company outside of Shanghai to do the raw assembly. We would send them our parts, and they did the raw assembly of all the components with our design. Anyway, the very first result was this piano, the Cunningham Studio Grand. And so let's listen to what this wonderful piano, our own Cunningham piano experiment, bringing it back from the annals of history into a modern showroom. Let's hear what this piano sounds like. I hope you can hear the ways in which we've tried to stay true to Patrick Cunningham's original vision of a wonderful piano with a great American sound. A wonderfully rich bass, clear treble, incredible control. This piano is so much fun to play. And with our particular design having a wider tail, we're actually able to lengthen the length of the strings to get that extra richness, which is pretty surprising for a grand piano of this size. Normally you need the piano at least 6 or 7 feet to get that richness, but we're able to get that with our very own Studio Grand design. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little bit of history as well as that taste of what our very own Cunningham Studio Grand sounds like. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe so that we can let you know whenever we have new content. For Cunningham Piano, I'm Hugh Sung. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you next time.